Let's review a couple Knick-Knack purchases I've made over the last couple months. Welcome to Season 8 of Life in My Shoes, Reviews and Such. As I mentioned in the intro, during the quarantine months, specifically during kind of the hiatus months between seasons, I purchased some Knick-Knacks. And I wanted to share them with you since they are all relatively small, usually around $15, $16 and under. All of them were purchased at Amazon, on Amazon.com, and all of them are linked below in the description. You can go and check out the products themselves, but I wanted to share with you these products that are from a variety of different categories: technology, just convenience, fun, etc. But I wanted to share those with you. So without ado, here's number one. Product number one is a back scratcher. Specifically, this back scratcher you see in the image. This is a telescoping back scratcher. So it is metal, it is telescoping. It can be used to do this, which is to scratch back. It also comes as a pin, almost with this, so that you can kind of put it in your pocket if you really wanted to. So obviously working from home, I do have a wooden back scratcher that I keep upstairs, but thought this would be something nice to have that I can use in the home office, but also something that's nice enough that if I needed to take something to the office, I could take this into the office to use for a back scratcher. It's a lot better than having that very awkward scenario where you've got to lean up against a corner of a wall and kind of scratch your back. Instead, I could just proceed with scratching my back with a little bit of class. So the only caveat to this item was that I believe this shipped from overseas, and it took quite a while to get here. Rather inexpensive. I want to say it was maybe $3.99, something like that when I purchased it, maybe as much as $7.99 with the shipping. But it is a nice to have, nice to keep here in my home office, but also will be nice to go in my computer bag when I head back into the office. So there you are. That's product number one. Product number two is a wood burning kit, and here it is. So this is the wood burning kit. So this is without the tip. It is a screw in. So just you screw in the tips. You have your on-off button that you turn it on or off, and then it just is a regular plug. It comes with 4 different kind of tips. So I will try to do my best to share those with you. So you've got this tip here, which I have, as you can see, I have used it a bit. There is this tip here, which is I have not used. I think this is for like feathering and tight, fine detail when you're doing wood burning. Here's this tip that is fine, kind of has a fine tip to it. Almost like an ink pen-esque type of tip. And then the 4th tip is a rounded, you can see kind of there, it's a kind of a flat, blunt, rounded tip. So here you go is some examples of the products that I have done with the wood burning kit. So as you can see, I've not done any super complex projects with the wood burning kit. I will say that I have wanted a wood burning kit for a while, and it's just one of those kind of frivolous things that I thought would be cool to have. I believe when I purchased this, it was probably around $14.99, probably still around that on Amazon. Again, the link below. It does a decent job. I have had no complaints about it. Again, I'm a novice at wood burning, so this has been an entry point that is comfortable, that didn't break the bank at around 15 bucks. It absolutely was and is affordable. There are kits that have a variety more tips, are exceedingly more expensive. You can spend as much or as little as you want. This is probably on the lower end of what I saw, but part of that was also because it only came with 4 tips. But I've really enjoyed it. I am looking for additional projects to do in addition to the 3 I've showed you in the video, just to continue to do some wood burning. It's a new hobby, a new thing to do in the quarantine. So we'll see. I'm going to keep burning wood and finding a variety of different woods that I can use to do different kinds of pictures, etc., signs. But I've really enjoyed this in the quarantine. Number 3 right here. This is a portable cup holder. Now, I will say, in my vehicle, my cup holders are kind of weirdly located, and it makes it difficult to utilize them. So both of my primary cup holders they sit behind the gear shift, but they're kind of tucked in. And what that does is that makes it very difficult for the cups of the size that we in the family generally use to fit kind of in that cubby under there. Now, ironically, my car also has a cubby hole to the left that sets in front of a vent. Now, that's the primary cup holder that I would use. It fits my cups, all the large cups. I use it as the driver, but the pitfall is that it blocks the air vent. So I bought this product to try to provide some better cup holder options in the front seat. Now, having done that, also in the quarantine, I haven't been driving my car that much. So this has been primarily used by my wife, and kids have used my car for the majority of the driving in the quarantine because my car gets better gas mileage than the family van. So what has happened is, rather than that being used in the front seat, that has gone into the back seat of my vehicle, which does not have adequate cup holders at all. The seat is a 60-40 split, so you're able to kind of put that cup holder at that split, and it provides kind of a stable cup holder in the back seat for 2 of the kids. Now, generally, if all 3 kids are in the vehicle, we're not taking my vehicle, so it's not a problem for that. But when there are just 4 of us traveling, which happens a good bit these days, it does provide a good cup holder in the back seat. What I will say is that I think this hit like some kind of a special deal or something on Amazon. I'd been watching this, but it hit some kind of a special sale, and I think it was maybe $13 or something like that. That kind of was the price point that I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll purchase it, which is ironic to purchase something for the car during the quarantine, but it is something that I had my eyes on. It is actually meeting a need during the quarantine, so when we are using my car more often. So it has absolutely served a need. It has been a decent purchase. I would say if your cup holder situation is poor in your vehicle, it is a great option to look at for an inexpensive price. Number 4 is these cable clips. So this is another product that I had kept my eyes on and had been watching for quite a while. And what this is it's almost like a silicone type of a disc. It has sticky on the bottom. You could adhere it to a surface. And then what it has is it has this almost this silicone material that you can kind of pop your cable into to hold your cables in place. So here's a video to show you a couple of examples of how I currently am using it, and then I'll tell you a little bit about some of the challenges and some of the joys of the product. So as you can see, I have one in the car. The challenge is, and you kind of saw in the video, and I mentioned in the video, how the cable is flat. So these do present some challenges around that. I think they're primarily designed for more of a round, even a thicker round cable, which you saw on my desktop in several of the instances in the video. I also have one of those flat cables on my desk. So generally those are I have a 3-prong that has an Apple, a micro USB, and a USB Type-C head on a cable, so that I can have one cable in my car that could satisfy a lot of different charging needs. I have that same thing at my desk. So here is the pack. So obviously you saw the 3. So I have this one on my desk, this one in my car, this one also on my desk. So it comes with quite a few of them. So I am a big fan of that. I have looked for other needs for them, primarily what I've found is in my desk. I've used it for most of what I need it for in my desk. Should I ever go back into the office, I probably will take some of these into the office with me and use them with some of my cables, some of my chargers and stuff, etc. It is really nice, and it helps prevent the cables from falling back, like cell phone chargers, etc. All of that. It can help manage some of the cable situation for having keyboards, mouse that are not Bluetooth, any kind of cable situation. This is going to help manage them. I want to say this was, again, like 12 or 13 bucks, was rather inexpensive. Comes with something like 18 different clips, something like that. There are a lot of different varieties. So this has been a good purchase, and I've really enjoyed the usage I have for these. I may modify my charging cables to try to find something that fits better into these versus the flat cables that I have in the car and at my desk. But this has absolutely helped manage some of the chaos of the cable situation in my home office, my car situation, and hopefully eventually back into my workspace should I ever return to work. And product number 5, here it is. I did not go get my product of this because it is in usage, and I didn't feel that it was something that should be carted around the house and carried around. It is a toilet light. So the older you get, the more you might find that you have to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. So I'm getting older, and it is not unheard of that I have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. What I didn't want to have to do is every time I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, turn all the lights on and basically wake myself up and then have to fight to get back to bed to sleep when I get on in the bedroom. So I've been watching this product for a while, and I can't remember if it went on sale. I think it was between $13 and $15 or ish when I purchased it, and it
has some different options. It has option to be a single color. It has options to kind of rotate through a rainbow. It has a motion detector, so when you come near it, it lights up and it illuminates the bowl. There's no installation process. It's basically the light mechanism with a cable that kind of comes off of it that is malleable, and you just kind of fold it around. And that has the little light on the end of it, and then the motion sensor kind of sets on the outside of the bowl, so it kind of goes over the lip of the bowl with the motion detecting sensor on the outside, the light on the inside of the bowl, and it illuminates the bowl, and is a win, in all honesty, for the price, for the function. It has been something, like I said, something I had been watching for a while and has absolutely been worth the money. This is something I would highly recommend, and for the price, it's kind of a no-brainer. You can, like I said, I have it on the rainbow setting, which I've kind of debated on changing it to just red, so it illuminates red. If you have not heard, red is one of those colors that will not wake you up. So if you have an alarm clock, it should be in red. So the red color is not something that's going to wake you up and mess with your whatever it is, your sleep. And will allow you to go back to sleep. So I've debated on converting it back to red, but it's been a big win in the Knick-Knack purchase category. So what you can see here is that most of these products have been generally $15 and under. $15.99 might have been kind of the max of that, but they've all absolutely been affordable. They have been functional and things that have filled extra time. So some of them are very functional, some of them are just new hobbies. So I'd be curious to find out what new knickknacks you have purchased during the quarantine. How are you using them? Would you recommend them? Again, all of these products are listed in the description below. This was just a high-level review of all of them because they're all so small that each of them doesn't need its own video. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know what you think of the products, and leave me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more reviews in this channel. And if you have any recommendations of things you'd like to review, send me some comments and I'll see if I can purchase some of those products to review in future. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.